Hey yo, it's Lano and welcome back to another episode from my Hardcore Let's Play series. In last episode, we did some exploration, and we also made a storage room down below the house, and that's pretty much what we did in last episode. We didn't do a whole lot. Oh, well, we did go and get diamond armor, and I went ahead and made a diamond pick. I did this last episode and just never mentioned it for whatever reason, so that's a thing. But I do want to go and get the rest of the diamond tools I need, but that's not really the focus for right now. So as of the recording of this clip, it is currently June 16th, which means we are one day away from getting the Chase the Skies update. So part of this episode is going to be recorded on the latest update. Now, what I want to do today before we get around to that update is I want to start an iron farm because quite frankly, I need it and I'm kind of sick of, well, not having the iron when I need it because lanterns and everything else, I mean, all that stuff gets pretty expensive. So I want to start with that right away, and that is going to be right over there beside the village. So let's get over there real quick, and I will walk you through what I'm thinking. All the way over here, beyond this village, we've got another little island area, and I really want to utilize this. So just picture it with me real quickly. So we've got the starter island right there. Then we've got the village area right here. Now, I plan on actually using the village area right here and expanding it on out throughout here and maybe take over some of this area as well. I don't know, but I want to do some of that for actual villager trading later on. But for now, I want to settle over here for my industrial island or whatever we're going to call it. I don't know just yet. I'm kind of thinking of having most of my farms be over here all in one place and have them all connected up to one central storage unit, but that'll be way later. That's not going to be a today thing. Over here, we've got another island, and I'm not sure exactly what I want to do there just yet. And then over here, we've got something else, and I'm not really sure what I want to do there just yet. But I do want to connect all of these up and have this one giant circle of well, islands of little things, I guess. I don't really know how to explain it, but that's kind of my thought process. And then we've also got this open area right here. So obviously there's probably going to be boats and ships and little dockyards and stuff scattered on throughout the world as well. But again, that is a future problem. For today, I just want to start getting an iron farm put in place over here. I don't know if I'm going to get around to decorating the iron farm, if I'm being completely honest with you. I just want to get something that is going to function for right now. And then we'll come back to it later and start decorating because I kind of think that I want each of the different islands to kind of have their own themes or something. I don't know how to explain it. I'm really not good with words if you haven't been able to tell, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. So I want to just get over here and find a nice flat area to start making an iron farm. I also need to make sure that wherever I started, there's not like a cave or anything directly underneath because I really don't need the farm to start breaking because the golems are spawning elsewhere. That will be very problematic. So I'm going to take a little look-see around the land and see what I can find, and then we'll start bringing villagers over and getting this thing going. I've done some looking around, and I think where this tree is probably going to end up being the center point of the farm. So if I free cam up and out, you'll see that this area is pretty flat. Now, don't get me wrong, a lot of this area is flat enough to use, but this area is something that I can actually work with, I think. And if we look around, there's not really any caves or anything underneath here. I did kind of rummage through some areas underground around here a little bit, but yeah, I do think that this is probably going to be the place for it, or at least I'm hoping that I don't have any issues with it. So yeah, I think this tree, like I said, is going to be the center point for it, and I think I just got to go on ahead and get started. Update, the farm is finished. Well, I recorded the whole thing, but honestly, nothing interesting really happened, so you're probably not going to see any of the footage from it, but I did get it finished. And so basically over here, there's a little staircase that leads down to a zombie in here in a boat, and then there's a few villagers out. There's a few villagers back there, and the zombies scaring the villagers, and basically those guys will make iron golems spawn, I guess, and they'll spawn in here. They'll go over there, the lava will kill them, the drops will go in there, which is down this other staircase out right here. And yeah, it's not been up very long, and we've already got this much, and you can hear there's another golem dying as we speak. Sorry, my guy. That's a little unfortunate. But yeah, so this is done. Again, nothing interesting really happened this time around. And quite frankly, any other time I've done one of these farms, it's been an absolute hassle. Maybe it's because we were close to a semi-decent village over here, and because a lot of this area is super dark and not very well lit up at all. The zombie wasn't very hard to get either. I don't know, it just was way easier this time around than expected. I honestly expected this to be about half the episode on its own, so definitely not going to complain that it's done, but I feel like things have gone a little too well. I will also be setting up an auto crafting system for the iron and the poppies and stuff later on. Just right now, I can't be bothered, mainly because I don't have the resources for it, but I will be coming back to do that later on. For now, I want to get back to the house. Editor Lane here. I forgot to mention that the farm design that I used was by Voltrox. The link to his tutorial will be in the description below. Full disclosure, it is now the next week later. The update has been out for about a week, and I did stream getting this happy guy over here named Dandy from Stream Chat. And, well, I made a trip through the nether, and then I found out that some of my audio was a little messed up. I do have some of the footage is recoverable, but the audio might be just a little glitchy. I do still want to show you guys the adventure I had going to get Dandy, so check this out. Almost 100, the first one, yes, I'm a firm believer that if you can make it past 100 days in hardcore, then the rest of the game is set. But I tend to take my hardcore a little bit slower than a lot of other people as well. Yeah, I am almost at 1,300 subs. I'm getting there. It's taken some time. No, I didn't have enough obsidian for it. And there goes the creeper. You know, I was just telling my friends earlier. I think I've gone numb to the creeper one, and I 100% see myself dying to a creeper soon, simply because of how numb I've gotten to the creeper notifications. I feel like I'm gonna have a creeper run up on me and blow up on me, and I'm not gonna think twice about it, because I think it's just chat messing with me again. Honestly. Alright, here we go, chat. Okay. Crimson Forest. Alright. Well, I made it down here, and I'm still alive. Oh, I forgot we can craft the saddles now. Actually kind of huge. So correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I think the Ghasts, they spawn in like Gold Sand Valley with one of the bone structures. I hate traveling in Gold Sand Valleys. There's one right there. You guys see that? There's one right there. Just grab it. Okay, I didn't know. Oh, it's an instant thing. Okay, nice. I'm gonna get a little greedy here, and I'm gonna take these bone blocks. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay. Now we can get out of here. Oh, that's right, there's a new disc. Now's not the time for another one of those. Oh my gosh, I got a disc. Oh my gosh, I did not know that that's how you got that. Oh my gosh. Chat. We did the thing. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have to improvise that. Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa there, buddy. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no. My gosh. Oh my gosh. I hate it here so much. Oh my gosh. I took more damage from that than I did from the ghast. Oh my gosh. Alright. There we go. Okay, chat. Well, that happened. Oh, he's got a little smile. Look at him. Happy little guy. He's grown up. Okay, hold on. Here, Neville. Oh, and here's that. There you go. He's a spiffy little guy, okay? Look at. Oh my gosh, the sound. Oh my gosh. Look at this. The little sounds. As underwhelming as this update was, this was worth it right here. This was worth it. You're in charge of naming our new little Ghasty boy again. Okay, that's 3 votes for Dandy. Okay, 3 votes for Dandy. There we go. It's Dandy, our happy little Ghast. I hope you enjoyed that footage of me going to the Nether and totally not almost dying on my very first trip to the Nether in this world, but we did manage to get Dandy, and we had a pretty good time in doing so. So now I think I want to just go on ahead and spruce up the island a little bit and not go back in the Nether for now, mainly because I don't really have a need to be in there just yet. I do know I'm going to need to go in there and get blaze rods and stuff later on, but that's going to be a little ways down the road. I'm not too worried about that right now. Right now, I just want to, well, again, spruce up the island a little bit, make this look a little bit more presentable, and I think I want to start with fields like I mentioned in last episode, so I think I want a big wheat field going right on around here, and I'm probably going to do that for sure. And I might do a little bit of greenery and stuff going on throughout here. I just want to make this place look a little bit more homey, I guess. Now, I also know that this is hardcore. Most hardcore series are just a little bit faster paced than this. And yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not Flip, okay? I could not do that. But I do want to kind of bask in this early game a little bit and not go rushing right for enchantments and everything else. So we're just going to take our time. We're going to see where this thing goes, and we're going to have fun in doing it. Anyway, I'm going to get started on... Oh, Dandy grew up. I was not expecting that. I didn't realize Dandy would grow up on their own. I thought Dandy needed the snowballs. That's, well, that's kind of exciting. I'm going to leave the Ghast right there for now. We're just not going to mess with it for now. I'm going to get started on planting fields and trying to get this place looking a little bit more presentable. I guess we'll just see what happens. I think I want to start with making just a little barrier going around this area using stone, kind of like what I did in Solo Survival Season 2, where I basically encased a field inside of these walls like this. I think I've done it a few other times, but I've always really enjoyed how these walls look whenever I do this. The issue is just making it look natural. It's hard to get everything to shape up correctly, but if I can get the outline in first, then I can come back and really make it look a little bit more natural and more worn down, I guess. Outline is now put in place, and I kind of like the shape of this. I might try to curve this out just a little bit more, but overall, I really like the shape. I think it might have too sharp of an edge right here, but that's something I can tweak here in just a second. I think I'm going to put the field right in here, and I'm probably just going to do a wheat field, but I'm seeing this area right here, and I'm picturing a little pond right up against this wall now. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's just this little hole that's right here. I don't know, but I'm picturing a little pond now, and I have a feeling I'm about to get really sidetracked, so I'm trying to stay on one task at a time, but we'll just see what happens here. I am going to go ahead and put this field in. I know I'm going to end up coming back and touching up this area because, well, this area needs cleaned up, but I don't know. It's interesting how putting in one little thing like this can really make a difference with the area. Like, I mean, this in and of itself has really brought out the area a little bit more, and I haven't even put the field in just yet, so I think that's going to be nice. And then to have a little bit of water sitting right here to contrast all of the grays and stuff right here, this is going to look pretty good. I think it's already shaping up, and I'm kind of happy with it. So yeah, I think I'm just going to keep placing blocks. The field is put in place, and I do like this, but I didn't really like the pond idea after all. So I did start it, and then I ended up not liking it, so I got rid of the little bit of water I did put down. And I think instead I'm just going to terraform over this little bit of land right here, and then make a pathway going on around there, and then maybe decorate this area over here. But that's pretty much it. I don't really know what else to do over there at this very moment, so I guess we'll figure that out. But this portal, on the other hand, is not going to stay in this spot. I am going to make a pathway leading over here, but that is primarily because I know there's going to be other builds that's going to be scattered throughout this area at some point. But the portal, if the portal stays here, there's going to be a build around it because, frankly, I don't really like the portal just being out in the open like this. And I do think it's kind of ugly, if I'm being honest with you, but that's just me. I mean, maybe you guys disagree with that. So for now, I think I'm just going to stick with terraforming over this and then making a pathway on around there, and then just kind of touching up this little area and then seeing what I can do with it. I am done messing with it for now, but I do think I've got a few ideas for the future. I think later on I want to add a little flower field right here, kind of like how I do in pretty much every other world I make with the roses, the lilacs, or the peonies and stuff. And just add a little bit of color right in this area, and then maybe have the path branch off down here and then go on over here to where the possible bridge could go later, maybe? I don't know. I need to plan out a little bit more for that. And the only reason I'm not putting in the field right now is because I don't have enough bone meal for me to be doing all of the flowers and stuff right here that I need to be doing. And there's really not a lot of lilacs or peonies around here. I know there's some way on over there, but just not enough for me to do this right now. And I don't want to halfway do a field and then, well, just be staring at it for a while. So instead, I think I'm just going to hold off and do that later because other ideas might come in. But for now, I do think this is going to be it for today's episode. Now, I know, again, not a lot happened in this episode, but we did go and get us a happy ghast. We got us a horse, which I realized I forgot to get any footage for whatsoever. But we've got those two things. We've got a field right here, and we've got an iron farm over there, which I am probably going to AFK at just a little bit because I am going to need more lanterns and iron and stuff in general later on. As you can see, my tools are worse for wear right now. So I'll probably take care of some of that off camera, but for now, I think that is it for today's episode. As always, if you've enjoyed today's episode, please be sure to show your support by liking the video, commenting down below, and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. My name is Lane, and I will catch you guys in the next one.